Welcome, CnR Fogs. This is the Punkery Show with Rashon, your host here, with aLee and Cyberg. Cyberg was here about a minute and a half ago, and of course he deafened himself because he is a faggot. Anyway, I got a nice show for you today. Before we get to the first thing we're going to talk about, let's listen to our sponsor, Athena 200s cigarettes. Let's hear this.
Hey ladies, the pleasure is back.
Athena 200s. This is pleasure that lasts longer.
So long.
And it's low tar.
Low tar.
Celebrating the struggle for women's equality with each full-flavored cigarette. So slim, so silky.
Athena, pleasure lasts longer than he does.
Alright, that was Athena 200 cigarettes. Make sure you get your cigarettes, because only fags smoke cigarettes. I was on server 1 just now, but I went to go look at somebody and my game crashed. GG. And now I can't get back into the game. Anyway, let's talk about the DM Stadium tournament that Evangelist had yesterday. Gonna go through all the festivities for that one. So obviously, since the server is now a majority of European players, that's a bunch of faggery. Just like how Europeans are scared of refugees, Europeans have taken over the past few years a mainly American and Canadian server. So now the Europeans are now the refugees, but now they're the majority. So I guess I understand when these faggy Europeans go on about talking snit about refugees. And then again, I don't. Anyway, Evangelist DM Stadium tournament started at about 12:30 p.m. London time, which is all fine and dandy for everyone who lives in Europe and in the Middle East. But guess what time the event started on the East Coast of the United States? Yes, 7:30 a.m. So it's very shaming to say this, but yes, Rashon's the one talking right now. Rashon had to get up at 7:10 a.m. to play CnR. That just sounds stupid. But yes, the event was an LB. It took about 45 minutes to set up because I was the only admin that was in the event. And as I'm trying to say, I am terrible at objects. Evangelist gave me a DM Stadium, a stadium ring. And I tried it out the previous night and I'm like, okay, nice. This is a nice ring. I got a barrier and all that. But I joined CnR the next morning. And it took a million years to set up because, I'm not good with objects. So I hope after today all these fags will stop asking me to put sirens on their car because I can't do it. But anyway, then the event started. Before the event started, I had to teleport a whole bunch of punks into DM Stadium because there's a limit of 31 or 32 players. So it was me by myself trying to handle at least 50 LB fags. Now I know that people who play LB, you love your LB, but I'm not accustomed to the LB faggery, and trying to sort out 50 LB punks by myself was a whole bunch of dirt and snit. Okay. Then we finally got a cage going, but unfortunately the cage, you could shoot through the cage, which was stupid. And people kept attacking each other in DM Stadium instead of watching the event. A whole bunch of hyenas. And when people died, sometimes they respawned inside the cage where the event was happening, which is some stupid snit. But at least, as I forgot to record, but at least the winners of the event were Zelonium and Vinix. I think I'm saying his name right, Vinix. They beat Smooth and Machiavelli to win the crown for best fighters in Las Venturas history. That's an event that took the entire LB game week. We almost didn't have enough time to finish because in round 3 of that final matchup, Vinix and I think it was Machiavelli kill each other at the same time. That only happens in LB. But still, again, gotta give thanks to Evangelist. He hosted a very excellent event. And give thanks to Rashon, obviously, because an admin who is not very good at events or objects held it down. Except that OMG LOL got mad because he thought I didn't know how to conduct the event, which was right. I'm not good at events, so don't ask me to make an event ever again. Also, I've played LB for about 5 hours over the past 3 days, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play LB again for the next month. Because LB is a nasty, dirty, terrible city. You got Zolonium, Vinix, Gen, and Z4K fighting every day, all day, every day. Throwing aim butt at each other and all this. I don't see how LB players like to play LB. I have said in the past before that LB players need to stop playing LB and start playing other cities. After being in LB for that long, I can say, LB players, stay in your city. I don't want to see you in Los Santos. I don't want to see you in San Fierro. All right. We were driving to the studio today because the CnR radio tower is in Missionary Hill. I had to drive there because aLee is an LB player and he has no idea where anything is in San Fierro. So he's like a noob on ice. I'm telling you, what a faggot. But again, nice DM Stadium tournament. Okay, we're 7 minutes in. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on to the next segment here. This is, I guess, what some fags have been waiting for. Even though last week I advertised it as the roast of Cyberg, but unfortunately I only have one thing to roast him on, and that was 2-3 weeks ago when CnR player Chuppy absolutely destroyed, ripped, and tore Cyberg's mouth off of his face. Okay. There are other things I could roast him on. However,
yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to go. Go on, roast me. I'd be happy to hear it.
Yes. Okay, Fox. So, in the Black Eagles topic, sometime in June, all right, Benny Boy, he posted a picture. In fact, I forgot the picture. Oh, I'm sorry. He posted a picture of a random CnR player on a plane doing the looking for a ride animation. And for some reason, fags like to look at that and compare that to Hitler's arm thing. So he did that in one picture. And then, let me see, a few days later, no, it was the same day.
Cyberg was the same day, same hour as well.
Same day, same hour, yes. Cyberg posted on the forum reminding Benny Boy of the rules, saying that Nazism is not allowed. Now, this is not the point. Obviously, Nazism is not allowed. That's true. True. But 3 weeks later, not sure how long, I don't know why it took him this long, but 3 weeks later, Chuppy saw Cyberg's post, he saw Benny Boy's post, and he pointed out Cyberg's hypocrisy. Okay, now, had I said, or had, Claudio Rossonero said that Nazism isn't allowed in the topic, then Chuppy would have had no bounds to roast either of us. However, okay, Chuppy pointed out that Cyberg and, I guess, Exit and all the other fags in Muse Discord share songs about ethnic cleansing in Bosnia. Now, I don't know anything about Bosnia. Okay, all I know is Detective Perry is from Bosnia. He's a fag. But anything relating to ethnic cleansing seems to be stupid. But he also pointed out, I'm sorry, I'm going to read it here. Shares songs about ethnic cleaning in Bosnia. Heh. Even makes a freaking group about it here. That's the kebab group.
It's a kebab, nothing special, just they made it for fun. And some people took it serious and started laughing about that.
well, ciyber, okay. Some of these jokes are gay, but we'll get to that, okay. And then I'm pretty sure Benny Boy's post was also somewhat of a joke as well. But he also said, finds a meme with Hitler and instantly posts some bullshit how it's offensive, sharing the rules and linking the whole fucking thread. You are one pathetic hypocrite. Now, this is the part where he nailed you, okay? Because what Chuppy, as I said in CnR's news before, what Chuppy does not know is that, well, not now, but at that time, you and some other fags in Muse Discord occasionally would post Nazi Germany flags in there. And, you know, when I join Discord and I look at the last messages in certain Discords, you know, I look at it, I see Muse Discord, and I'm like, okay, we got some Nazi worlds in here. And that completely proved Chuppy's point of,
I mean, the funny part is I can post anything on Discord since there's no rules. It's my Discord channel, I made it. I can post anything there. On the forums, you have to follow that, and I don't want to ruin the forums. On Discord, I can post anything I want, and that won't be shared on forums as well.
I mean, that's true, yes. You know, each Discord has their own rules, but
yeah,
on a level of, I don't know, I guess morality is not the right word, but it would be weird for you to tell Benny Boy that Nazism is not allowed on the forums when you post these memes or related snit on anywhere, whether it be Discord or forums or in, you know, whatever, that would contradict what you're posting. You know, and you know, Chuppy's point was not that Nazism isn't allowed. It was the point that you were posting.
I know. I don't care. People can create a thread about me roasting me. I don't care. I just want to enjoy it and read it. And the thing is, I won't reply to that thread because I know how I'm gonna end up. For 2 days, they'll end up in the silly place called a trash can. And yeah, more like you roasting yourself. I don't care. Create a thread for me, roast me, do whatever you want.
Well, that's true. Though I think it was funny because when I first read the post, I was like, "Damn, ciyber got owned." Then I realized Max Volume also got owned because he went on to say
he got totally wrecked.
Yes, he got owned as well. Even though, yeah, I'm sorry. Chuppy also said that. No, I get it. It's funny that you and other 12-year-olds like that dumb American above you who enjoys playing on unreg accounts named after war criminals and occasionally scams people. And yes, that's where Max Volume got owned, because I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure he has gone under unregistered names of war criminals.
Yeah, he does. I have noticed that as well. It made me laugh because I know his silly names using the pen. I can realize that's the player who wants to troll some people.
Yeah,
and it's really made me laugh. But you know, players like that will end up badly, like he did to that scabbing guy.
Yeah, that's right. I saw Max Volume posted in that topic saying, "Wow, I'm not quite sure if he realized he was getting roasted too." Or,
I'm gonna read it.
I think he's currently, speaking of the point, I think Max Volume is currently disabled for what I hear is CopDM. It's very fitting. It is the Griffin piece to Max Volume.
The thing, he got disabled like 2 weeks ago for CopDM, and then by himself he created a thread on the Ace forums that he's leaving Ace.
Oh no, what is it?
And I was asking myself, why did he did that? and I realized that the players, I don't know, like not cancer, not bad. Like he just wanted to have fun and just does the breaking the rules. And now
Yes.
to avoid doing those stuff, he's just joining for those unregistered accounts and trolling people.
Yes, he didn't want to become
More like to get attention. That's the point of the players.
pretty much because he would have gotten on Donkey today again, and
Oh yeah,
I would have upplayed.
definitely.
His team.
I'll give Max Volling a donkey of the day. Maybe I'll vote Max Volling for donkey of the year in the CnR Awards. Hopefully, there's a donkey of the year.
I'll give both of you Donkey of the Day.
Yeah,
But,
I'll be happy. I'll vote you for my favorite Ant-Man.
I mean, the other snit I was going to get you on was your. I mean, these are completely heterosexual. Okay, so actually, that's weird, actually. But I was going to talk about your Steam handle.
Mm-hmm.
Your Steam handle, which is Mew is my mom. Moo is my mom. Sorry.
Oh
Now-
yeah.
Now, this is. I don't really want to say this, but this has been a. I said it on the radio last week, but this is a suspicion of everyone around. All right, not going to say it directly, but I'm just going to say, if I wanted to hit on a CnR girl, okay, all right, I'm not saying you are, because I'm not sure if you are, but I would definitely not refer to them. Even I know everything you do is a joke, but I would definitely not refer to them as my mom. That's why every time I play CS joke and I bring up your Steam handle, I always think it's weird. But
I mean, this is how I got it. Like, first we talked joking about this thing, and she said, "I can be your mom," and I was like, "Okay, if you be my mom, I can do this." And I changed my Steam profile to ID to that. And I'm like, "Be your mom now." that didn't change it. I don't know. I'm lazy to change stuff.
fucking ciyber, I tell you. But like I said, like I wanted to say before this, we don't want you to quit CnR, ciyber. Okay, and we don't want you to change. Okay, because the change is a thing that CnR players, people in general, it's tough for them to acclimate to change. So, for example, when Thug Punjabi changed his name to Maple Syrup, Thug Punjabi did a lot of dumb snit on his old account. He had aim butts.
Everything he can do with his old gang, I forgot the name, they used it. Everything they had to, they abused it and did that.
Yes, the with Holoquits, rep game we abuse. But,
Oh yeah, that was the silliest quote ever. They stole it from another gang as well.
pretty much.
Actually, no, they had a pool, but those pools were stolen from another gang. The names
Yes.
of it, the quote.
I'm pretty sure he stole it from himself. But yes. Yes, my point is that when he changed his name, he stopped being a faggot. And even though this wasn't public knowledge at the time, it was kind of weird to see Maple Syrup play CnR and not make trouble. And it was unsettling because this is not what I expect out of this type of person.
I mean, there are some people get forced to those stuff, and they have to be bad. If someone forces you, then I don't know, be bad, do stuff. And if you want to change, and you're just gonna change yourself by yourself, or just start new and change yourself.
Thanks, Snit. This was his choice. But
Yeah.
when I look at fags on the server, like Edison Mehmeti, who's complaining people for armor lock, or CB Rob PMing me every day.
Oh my
Even
God.
though I hate this snit, this is what I expect out of CnR players. I like my CnR players to be predictable.
To be silent and happy.
Yes. When you play and see quiet players, they stay quiet. That's what you expect out of them. You don't want them to go, one day be a great player and then all of a sudden turn into a snithead.
Yeah. All right, I have a question for you. Can you name like top 5 quiet players who never like spoken or having a drama with the players in chat?
Lately, I mean,
I know this is a tough question, but yeah.
Well, I mean, the only 2 that I can think of now are Mary and Catherine. Those are the only. Yes, I guess Chuffy too, but he got into with Play Too Hard one day, which I can't blame him for. I guess those are 3. I don't know. There are plenty of quiet players, just don't really notice them unless you see them around a lot. But I guess those 3 are top dogs in relativity to keeping to themselves, not bothering me. Okay, it's not bothering me. Okay, but
yeah, sometimes I do just for the fun. I'm just gonna leave you alone. That's what I want to do. I want to fucking annoy shit out of you and just like start playing by my own.
I mean, it's fine. You ask me a question, whatever. But if a fag is like, "Oh, Rashon, this guy,"
I mean, there's like 3 days ago made me laugh. If I know PM, a player asked me if I know PM for 1 second. It takes for 1 hour to answer the question. That made me laugh.
Yes, I have to dig through the CnR encyclopedia to find the answer. Anyway, I know that was not a roast, but that was the chuppy owning of Cyberg explained.
Yeah, I don't care. You can post anything you want. I don't really care. I didn't take that serious because it's a game. It wasn't real life. I might react it, but it's a game. I don't care. Feel free to make a thread on the Beach and Crumb Emos to create a thread about me. I don't care.
Oh, what a noob. Anyway, Chuppy, continue roasting people.
Anyways, wait. The last roastman was about Tanner. That really made me laugh. As for me, I'm just gonna rate it 10 out of 10.
Yes, the roast of Tanner was a compilation of people owning Tanner. So we got owned once and for all. Broken piece to Tanner. Anyway, let's go to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about one other snit that I want to talk about. This is the Punkery Show. All right, welcome back to the Punkery Radio Show with me, Rashon. You got Cyberg, the faggot, and aLee. Before we get to the next topic here, let us get into our sponsor, Athena 200 Cigarettes. Let's get to Bedford.
When you're at home popping pills and watching daytime TV, celebrate your womanhood. It's your tiny torch of freedom and liberation in today's society. Time to relax. Time for an Athena.
Wrap your lips around it, baby, and smoke it.
You're a goddess. Smoke like one too.
You're a goddess, smoke like 1, 2. Athena 200s.
It's Athena 200s.
Alright, that was Athena 200s. If you smoke cigarettes, you're a fag. Anyway, last major topic we're going to talk about here is, should the next admins, at least some of them, should they be part of CnR's DM community? Alright, so obviously I was playing LB yesterday and a few days ago, and I also thought about the current admins, and I'm like, well, there are a lot of people who make aimbot complaints on the forum. And then I thought about myself. I'm like, well, as I said before, it's not obvious to me when somebody is using aimbot, unless it's painfully obvious. Okay. Now, like I've said before, I used to be an admin at a team deathmatch server, pretty much. And I was admin there for when Lagchot was still around. So aimbot was not really a thing back then. So as I come to CnR and we go to Lagchot, I don't really know how to see if somebody's aimbotting for sure, because the thing with CnR and the admins, if somebody is cheating, you're trying to find somebody who's cheating, okay, you have to be 100% clear cut sure that a guy is cheating in order to ban them. Not 90% sure, not 80% sure. You have to be very sure that a guy is aimbotting in order to ban him for aimbot. Yeah, and I look around and I see there are a whole bunch of CnR Fox, special and LB, that like to talk about aimbot. So, Rashon, look at this guy. He's aimbotting. Obvious aimbots. And, I look, and most of the time I can't see anything. So, the problem with making admins from the DM community, or making admins from the DM community, is they may not be most deserving, they may not be the best players. They may be fags that go around DMing Albanians all day. That's the kind of thing. Usually when new admins get picked, people complain. It's like, they don't know anything about cheats. They just sit there and quiet, doing nothing. But it's the tale of two divides for that one. Should there be more admins from the DMing community? Are there enough right now? Not much, honestly. When you think of admins right now who mainly played Hitman and mainly attacked people, there aren't many. Only one I can think of right now is Uche. And, well, I guess Conamello too, if, you take his drugs, you know what I mean? But there aren't a lot of...
I love that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Conamello's a mouse, bro. But, there aren't a lot of admins who are well-suited in the CnR DM scene. I'll tell you that. But, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a fag like Zelonium or Vinix, who knows a lot about all these programs that these CnR players use. I can't say them over the radio, but we do know that some players do use these, I don't know what you call them, mods or something, that kind of accentuate...
Just make a deal, mods.
Yes, that kind of, accentuate the game a bit. I guess we'll see over the next few months if those get restricted or not, but there you go. Anyway, now we're gonna go to the numbnuts of the week. It's like Donkey the Day, but numbnuts. And we're gonna give numbnuts of the week to, again, Jawher7 and Mohsen, the two Tunisian twits. These two, I'm telling you, they get disabled every single week. I gave them numbnut of the week 3 weeks ago, but we're gonna give them numbnut of the week again now. A few days ago, I think this was the same day of the tournament, went on CnR, and I turned my PMs on because I wasn't really playing. And I got word that Jawher7 and Mohsen were both multi-accounting. So I looked them up, and of course, they were multi-accounting, one after the other. Mohsen got disabled under his multi-account, and then Jawher7 got disabled under his multi-account. It's funny because I've seen Jawher7's multi-account before, but didn't really know who it was. Then he PM'd me for no reason, and I realized, okay, that guy's stupid. He has a stupid name. So I looked it up, and there you go. It was Jawher7. What a faggot. I tell you. And Jawher, he's like, oh, Rashon, get off my cojones, bro. But listen, CnR players that get on my radar, you brought it on yourself. Okay, I don't disable many people. Okay, if I punish you for the first time. Okay, if you cop DM somebody, for example, you get a hog in a jail, very easy. But if you continue to do your bullshit, okay, then if you get disabled and disabled and disabled, after a while, when you come back on the server, if you do one little small thing wrong, you're gonna get instantly disabled. Okay, so last week, $7, okay, I was watching him because somebody said he was doing some stupid snit. He was a warrant trying to run away from some stupid cop, okay? He then pauses, like in front of a banshee, he pauses, right? He pauses to avoid. After he stops pausing, he jumps out of the city car he was on, and he jumps into the banshee. I'm like, okay. He was pausing to avoid arrest. Now, if this was a regular old player that I never had punished before, okay, that's a hog, that's a jail, very easy. But since this guy gets disabled over and over and over again, get disabled, you faggot. I tell you. And like I said, he thinks I'm on his cojones, but you two brought it on yourself. That day, I was in the police ranger and you shot me for no reason, and then tried to blow my vehicle up like two retards. That's how you got onto my radar. And you don't want to be on Rashon's radar, you faggot. Okay. You don't want to be on Rashon's radar. So, it's a numbnut of the week to draw her 7 and mohsen again. I'm sure they'll get it again next week.
We've got $20.
Fucked up. $20, yeah. Let's see here. That's all I got. How long are we? Not aLee. Were you a half hour yet? No.
35 minutes.
Wow, that was some bullshit. Oh, well, that's all I got. Tomorrow, we're gonna have D-King on the show. He is an old-style cop. He won Best Cop of 2008. I played cop with him for like 20 minutes, like I said last week, and he was average. But we'll go down memory lane with D-King next week. Make sure that you fags please post your questions in the topic on the forum. Okay. I see Debo on the server right now. He wants a shout out. I guess shout out to Debo. I had to force him on a CnR news story. I had to force him on a CnR news story last week. So shout out to Debo. He didn't understand it. Don't get the show. Anyway, there you go. So D-King on tomorrow. We will see you next week on Wednesday for the next episode of the Punkery Show. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see if we're on next week, actually, because after D-King, we don't know who's the next person. So anyway, for all you fags, check out the Belmiro Chronicles, the latest Rate My Chase, and all of that. Shout out to Belmiro 10 asterisks, and we'll see you next week on the Punkery Show.